A 68-year-old man was violently, physically assaulted and robbed in broad daylight in New York a few weeks ago. A man comes up on a bike, jumps off the bike, starts assaulting him with violent strikes. They fall to the ground. He continues punching him and kicking him on the ground until the target is rendered unconscious, at which point he rolls him over, takes his personal belonging, his cell phone, his jewelry, and flees the scene.
What are the chances that this man or anybody wakes up in the morning and thinks to themselves, I might be attacked today? It's very, very low.
And when we see a video like this, as hard as it is to watch, we have to ask ourselves, what can we do, or what can people learn if they were subjected to a very similar attack? How can you stay safe? How can you survive? How can you avoid the knockout at least long enough for help to arrive? But in order to learn and in order to pursue the knowledge and pursue these skills, you have to start by accepting that violence does happen. And this is just a very graphic example of that reality. So when we watch this particular example, and every situation is going to be slightly different, but this particular example, what we see is distance management opportunity. Because the moment the target in this situation, the older man, was attacked by the attacker who was probably half his age or less, the minute that the man was engaged with strikes, the first thing he started doing, the punches were coming, he put his hands up and tried to keep distance from him and try to stay away. The problem was there was a wall right behind him. But he was responding very naturally, the way people do, to strikes and aggressive strikes.
If you can run away, that's a great option.
Right.
That's one part of self-defense, is running away from an attack.
All the way out.
He could not run away, so he put his arm out in an attempt to keep me away. The problem is, when you train jiu-jitsu, you learn this, that his arm right here, although he's holding me, he can't keep me out of punching range. It's almost like I also have an arm that is a similar length to yours. So it puts you in the perfect range to get punched in the face.
Yes, so what we need to understand in a situation like this is it's either all the way out, gone, or if you start striking, it's all the way in and we're here. And now, even if he don't hit me from here, look at the difference in power between these, we call them little bicep curl punches, where it's just his forearm bending and his elbow bending here to hit me in the head, versus this, go, 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 boom, boom, his whole body swinging. And these are the ones that when they land are going to drop someone.
Very dangerous.
So it's not natural to go into aggression and strikes when they're being directed towards you, but it's where we need to be safest. At least we can circle off and then we can push away and disengage and exit from there. If we can circle around, disengage, and then make space once our back is to a wider open area, and we can disengage much more effectively once we've surprised this person by closing the distance, and he doesn't expect this right now. He's striking, he's punching, he's pushing.
Yeah, not to mention I'm fully off balance. There's a good chance that I'll probably, I just fell right now. My body is so collapsed, I can barely even stay standing.
And even if he doesn't fall, when I eventually push off, at least I can make distance on my clock, right? The whole point, though, is you have to surprise them with the timing and the distance. Now, this is a very simple concept, but it's not natural, because it's not natural to go into that which is hurting you. What's natural is to get away and stiffen your arms and push, and then eventually 2 punches land and they fell to the ground, and then the punches and strikes and kicks continued on the ground. So the simplest idea of distance management in jiu-jitsu, all the way out or all the way in, both standing up and on the ground, could save someone's life. Luckily, this man is in stable condition. The target in this situation, the 68-year-old man, is in stable condition and is recovering from the incident. But the point is, you hit the ground, a couple strikes, 2 more kicks to the head. Someone can die from this. So it forces us to ask the question, what is the bare minimum that people all over the world need in order to stay safe long enough until help arrives? Is open for it, and when he's ready physically and psychologically, we would love to invite him to attend any one of our certified training centers of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in the world for free. We have several schools in New York, in and around where he lives, and we would invite him for a lifetime sponsorship. This guy's ours, we're going to take care of him, he's good to go. He's going to be taken care of. Now, for the rest of the world, like Hidon said, we don't wake up thinking, if I was attacked today, I'm going to be attacked today. It's not how it works. It's something where you live your life, and either, if it were to happen, you either have the muscle memory and you have the skills, or you don't. It's literally that simple. The 3 principles. Street applicability, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, works in a street self-defense situation. Energy efficiency, all the techniques you're going to learn are based on leverage. So they're designed to be effective for someone smaller, older, or weaker against someone younger, stronger, or faster. And natural body movements. We're not going to ask your body to twist, turn, and do crazy, triple backflips or put your legs behind your head and be flexible doing the splits. None of that. Everything your body normally does, right? Natural body movements are what we're going to rely upon to simply learn these leverage-based techniques that literally could mean the difference between life and death in a worst-case scenario. Because if you can avoid the knockout, let's play back the situation, or let's assume that something similar happens going forward. If he can simply manage the distance and stay close, and because of his concept and understanding of distance management, not back up, but rather go in, somebody might come over and break up the fight. 30 seconds later, someone might have broken up the fight.
And the attacker is also burning all kinds of energy. So they're not as dangerous. If you can survive for 45 seconds, a minute and a half, now they're getting tired because they're trying to harm you. And you're saving energy because you're staying close and you're holding,
so it's not
managing
about
distance. We'll see you